We see 5 megatrends that are going to have really a big impact on not only businesses but all the economies around the world in the future. And quite frankly, these megatrends present both risk as well as opportunities. But we believe that the more organizations plan and prepare for them, the more they're going to turn them into opportunities. First, accelerated urbanization. Today, almost half of the world population lives in cities. And by 2030, the proportion of people living in cities will have surged to over 60%. Urban centers growing in size as well as economic power will see the resurgence of the city-state. The second big trend we see is technology breakthroughs. As we all know, technology has always shaped society and commerce in really unpredictable ways, changing customer behavior, spawning new enterprises, and wiping out existing businesses that are simply unable to keep pace. This trend is moving faster and faster and requires even more focus. The third trend we see is the significant demographic shifts that are taking place all around the world. As we all know, some countries are having an explosive population growth, creating new levels of the middle class. And some societies are aging rapidly, meaning the supply of the working class people will actually decline. These diverging trends will have far-reaching impacts, ranging from growing pressure from the supply of critical resources to the sweeping changes in people's goals as well as aspirations. And the fourth trend we see is the shift in the global economic power. In the past few years, the global balance of economic power has been shifting from the developed to the developing world. And as this trend continues, it will have an increasing impact on where growth opportunities arise for companies and on where they invest to capitalize on these opportunities. And the last big trend we see is resource scarcity and climate change. For example, current estimates suggest that the world carbon emissions from burning fossil fuels, whether it be coal, oil, and gas, will rise by 16% between now and just 2030. As all economies look to grow, they're going to have to do so responsibly. We see really a bright future for international corporations. But frankly, our CEO survey showed us that finding of growth has got a lot tougher these days. CEOs are struggling to interpret these signals, with many concerned about the sluggish growth in both emerging as well as advanced economies. In fact, nearly 1/3 say their main opportunity for growth lies in existing markets. The digital revolution has given birth to a whole new set of consumers. And the most successful CEOs are looking to industrialize innovation. The global emerging class, a class of citizens as well as consumers who are defining a critical growth horizon for companies over the coming decade. We see a number of opportunities for Russia if they can continue down the path of integration with the global economy. We all know the recent geopolitical developments in Ukraine may have raised some challenges to Russia in terms of its integration with the global economy. But quite frankly, they've also highlighted how much Russia is already integrated into the global economy. Russia and the world has a lot to gain both economically as well as politically from promoting greater global economic integration. I think there are major opportunities for Russia arising from the continued growth of the Asian economies. This is part of what at PwC we've identified as a global megatrend, and that is the shift in economic power, which will create a much more multipolar world. If Russia continues down the path of being an open economy, Russia can play an important role as an economic bridge between the East and the West.